Elon Musk is pretty adamant about clearing out, the federal government so that he can have more access to our taxpayer subsidies, because his companies don't make a profit and he's a gigantic fraud who's always lying to the public about what his companies are going to do. And so, in addition to, constantly pumping up his, fraudulent BS Tesla stock, he has to do what he can to keep on being the biggest welfare queen that in the entire United States, because that's what he is. He's the biggest recipient of welfare in all of America. He receives billions and billions of dollars in taxpayer subsidies every year to keep his companies afloat. And his companies do pretty good work. The problem is him, not his companies. Tesla, they how can you really hate on their mission to make viable electric cars? Elon is the problem. SpaceX, how can you really hate on their mission to make space transport more efficient and more simple? It's Elon that's the problem. But anyway, Donald Trump on day one, he went to raise prescription drug prices. He attempted to end birthright citizenship via executive order. Couldn't do that. He's attempted to do all types of stuff via executive order, and causing all types of constitutional crises. But this in particular, the NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Association, what they do is they provide all the data for the National Weather Service, which is they do more than that. So just stay with me. Us being able to accurately know what type of weather is going to be going on shapes our planning and our organizing that we do every day, every single week. The NOAA also, they help with things like pollution cleanup, with plastic pollution, oil spills that happen frequently. They have warning systems against things like tsunamis. They also work with fisheries, and fisheries, provide food for millions and millions of Americans. They keep track of things that, Project 2025 and Republicans want to privatize. But the truth is that privatizing everything isn't more efficient. And if you privatize the weather information that comes from the NOAA, then these private weather companies are going to have to pay for that data. They're going to have to put together teams to collect that data versus getting that information from the NOAA for free. So something like this will have repercussions, not just for the public, but also for private businesses. So we'll read a little bit in here. Project 2025, again, dismantling that was part of Project 2025, and they called the agency, quote, one of the main drivers of the climate change alarm industry. So again, this is just propaganda. And idiots who believe that climate change isn't something that we should be, preparing ourselves. Well, I mean, it's too late to prepare, but we got to keep preparing and keep improving our infrastructure. They don't want to do anything about any of that. And they recommend it to be dismantled and many of its functions eliminated and instead privatized. And again, as I pointed out here, they do like not just weather forecasts, but hurricanes and tsunami warnings so that we can be prepared for stuff like that. Earth has very chaotic weather systems. On Earth, we have storms. It could be hot, cold. We have tornadoes, hurricanes. We have all types of stuff that goes on. Earthquakes. So I mean, I guess earthquakes aren't really a part of the weather. That's more tectonic stuff. But still, Earth is very alive and very active, and it just, there's nothing good that will come from doing something like this for the public if we don't have accurate access to data about our weather forecasts. Again, whether it's what clothes you're going to wear that day, traveling plans. If you want to take a vacation with your family or your friends, you want to know what the weather's going to be like so you can plan around that. That can keep you off the roads when it's going to be too icy or too rainy. It can help you prepare to stock up on food or stock up on supplies if you know that a blizzard's coming. Like, all of this is incredibly important for us. We overlook it because the NOAA provides this for free. I mean, obviously taxpayers pay for it, but this is a public service that just flat out doesn't need to be eliminated. This is stupid. And as I pointed out, plastic pollution, oil spills, marine rescues. I mean, this is ridiculous. And this comes after, Elon Musk he's gone after the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which has returned billions of dollars to consumers who were ripped off by banks. Like, what we have to get rid of that for what? So that Elon Musk can get more taxpayer subsidies? Cutting off US aid. Why? So our humanitarian efforts can be non-existent. So that why? So that we can be more isolationist, and so that billionaires can have access to more taxpayer dollars. That's what this is all about. It's what it's been about. It's nothing new, but this is definitely something that we need to keep our eyes on, because again, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration provides a very important service to the public, and we need to preserve it.
Hey now, thank you so much for tuning in here at Politics and Paper. If you like what I do and you support my work, go ahead and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it and really helps to support what we do here.